Remembrance Day is this Sunday. Thousands of Canadians will gather at events across the country. And a new poll suggests that a growing number of Canadians are taking interest in the day. Here's the latest poll done for the Historica Dominion Institute on Canadian attitudes towards Remembrance Day. Take a look. 30% of Canadians say they will attend a Remembrance Day service this year. That's up from 22% in 2010. 80% say they will observe 2 minutes of silence at 11 a.m., up from 75% in 2010. 85% agree the day should be a statutory holiday. 63% of Canadians say Canada doesn't do enough to honor its veterans. And 27% say they personally know someone who has served in Afghanistan. Canada's decade-long participation in Afghanistan could account for the increase in interest in Remembrance Day activities. Earlier today, I spoke with the Minister of Veterans Affairs. So, should Canada be doing more to honor its veterans? Let's find out. Joining me now is the Minister of Veterans Affairs in Quebec City, Steven Blaney. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on your show, Anna.
Now, as you just heard, interest within Canada for Remembrance Day is increasing. So, what do you feel is behind this growing interest?
Well, our current mission in Afghanistan and our soldiers returning from Afghanistan. Yesterday here in Valcartier, we still have 80 soldiers, who left for Afghanistan. So this mission is ongoing. And you know the sacrifice some of our families have experienced in Afghanistan. So certainly it is contributing to a renewed interest in the sacrifice of our fallen. And we can't be just appreciate how Canadians want to show their recognition for those who are risking their lives on an everyday basis, those who did and those who serve under the flag and make us live in this country of ours where we can have our debate in the House of Commons in peace indeed.
And in fact, you're going to be attending a ceremony tomorrow in Trenton to pay tribute to those lost in Afghanistan, correct?
Indeed, and Minister McKay was telling me this week, Anna, that the most tough thing he had to do in his portfolio as Minister of Defense was when he would see those soldiers returning in a coffin and seeing the members of the family literally collapse. And this is a really moving experience. And tomorrow those families will be in Trenton for the unveiling of the memorial for all soldiers, but especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice in Afghanistan. And the particularity of this cenotaph, it has come from private donation, people showing their recognition by contributing financially to this cenotaph. So it's a great honor and privilege for me to attend on behalf of government and all parliamentarians as well, to be with their family and to tell them thank you.
There has been some sharp criticism of the treatment of vets coming from veterans themselves. Now, Bosnian war vet Tom Hoppe is the most decorated vet since the Korean War. He's refusing to wear his Medal of Bravery on Sunday, on Remembrance Day, to protest against your government's handling of veterans' issues. So, along with other veterans of recent conflicts in Bosnia and Afghanistan, he wants the same compensation provided to World War II vets. Now, the protests over the new Veterans Charter continue. Are you considering a shift back to the old system or any changes to the Charter?
Well, Anna, when we can figure out the challenges our men and women in uniform have experienced, whether in Bosnia, where some have witnessed atrocities and they were binded by those caveats, and then we can understand the huge sacrifice and experience that is terrible. So it's very important to welcome the comments of the soldiers, now veterans, who have some concern on the way they are treated. And that's why, Anna, we are striving as a government and as a minister to improve the quality of services and programs we are providing to veterans. As you know, we've just harmonized our program regarding the earnings loss benefits, and some of those programs, we see it as a package, Anna, so that we can help veterans to move from his military into civilian life in a seamless and hassle-free manner. That's That's what we're doing on an everyday basis. I can tell you, for me as a minister and for our people, for my political staff, for the people working, we have 3,000 Canadians who are dedicating their daily life to improve the quality of life of their veterans. For us, it's Remembrance Day every week, and we need to take those concerns into consideration and see how when we can move forward and bring what we call this new Veterans Charter. It's a living document. How we can make sure we're meeting the needs of those veterans, and that make sure that they are treated the way they deserve.
What do you say to this Bosnian War veteran who will be refusing to wear his Medal of Bravery as a protest?
I think we have always to show the greatest and utmost respect for our veterans, and that's an expression of a concern, and that's why we need to work together to see how we can address those issues, and how we can explain the program we have put forward with our vocational rehabilitation services.
So essentially, in 2006, you moved from a pension for life type system to a lump sum payment, and that's what you would tell him as you would explain that system to him? There are no changes to it?
That's certainly what I would do, Anna. This is what we call the disability pension, and there's also the earnings loss benefit. So we are providing with an amount of money that is related to the loss of a leg, the loss of some capabilities, and also we are providing with some salary, if I may use that word, some current revenue, so we can help the veterans to transition into civilian life or support him. So that's the program, and that's more than that. What is very important is we are now dealing, we were mentioning Afghanistan, but those soldiers returning from Afghanistan. I was with a veteran in a class this week, and he was telling us how it can be stressful to be shot at, actually. Literally shot at, and seeing friends losing their lives. So it can be a very traumatic experience. So that's why we at the department have soldiers, have veterans who've been through those very tough experiences and who are able to talk soldier to soldier. We now have at our department a former Chief Military Personnel Staff General Semyanov. So it's very important we work and take on the great work that is done by the Canadian Armed Forces, so we can carry on with our military into the civilian life. So yes, it's an ongoing work and process, but I can tell you we can be very proud of what we have accomplished as a country, because when we compare, Anna, we are way behind many other countries, but that's no reason to stay there. We still need to move forward and address those important issues for our veterans.
And how will you be spending Remembrance Day this Sunday?
I'll be in Ottawa with the Royal Canadian Legion. I'll be with Harry. Harry is a Bomber Command veteran. He lives in Sudbury, but the interesting thing is been allowed to attend the ceremony this Sunday with his grandson, who is also a military and who will be wearing his uniform. He'll be accompanied as well by his two daughters. So these are the people, the person I will be attending the ceremony on Sunday, as well as hundreds. The only message I think we can have, Anna, is go and see a veteran and just have one question: tell me your story. You'll have a Steven Spielberg's movie in front of you. Absolutely. I always find the exact same thing. Thank you so much for joining us today, Minister Steven Blaney, Minister of Veterans Affairs. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Anna. Coming up on Power and Politics, why did the city mayor, once known as the King of Laval, resign today? The CBC's Terrence McKenna is up next with all the latest on the corruption scandal unfolding in Quebec. Stay right there.